Hey everybody, this is Eddie Eichinger here with Ento Vibes, and today I'm just doing a quick little video on some equipment updates because it's February, so it's really not warm enough yet to go blacklight and collect and really thing anywhere. I mean, in Florida in certain areas you can, but it's just not worth the effort for it right now. So we're just getting equipment and stuff updated. So normally for the past, I don't know, 15, 20 years, I've been using my good old Yamaha super quiet generator and the good old 400 watt mercury bulbs and my little mercury, my little black light setup right here, gas powered ballast. This is kind of cool. I bought this a long time ago, I think from BioEquip or something, I can't remember. Me and my buddy just drilled out all the rivets and bought a copy of all the parts inside, and then we made a duplicate. So there's a little duplicate ballast right here so I can run two black light blue bulbs up at the same time. Yep, BioEquip, I think. Yeah, I got these from BioEquip many years ago. I don't know how long. I've been using the same bulbs for the longest time. And then I made these nice little PVC tubes to house them. So I have those two black light blues bulb, the long bulbs, fluorescents, and then the 400 watt mercury vapor. This is a 1,000 watt generator, so yep, as long as I have gas in it, runs those no problem. And I can run probably have that on for like, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours, something like that, before I really have to refill it. So that's the current setup. But now I decided to get another setup, which I got a little extra money, so I decided to buy an EcoFlow solar power bank, whatever you want to call it, right? And it charges with solar power or plug-in, and I got the little car adapter. So I'm trying to make a really quiet battery-powered setup that will run for hours on end. The way I have it configured right now, it started at 6, so it'll run about 6 hours with the way I have it right now. Nice little EcoFlow with the little plugins back there. This one is 1,024 watt hours, so whatever you do is you take the wattage of the bulbs you're going to run total and divide it into the 1,000. That'll give you about how many hours. So what we got here is some cool stuff. So this is a good old tried and true old like 24 watt CFL. This is a new fancy 65 watt like corn cob LED bulb, and it supposedly spits out the same lumens that a 400 watt bulb would. So supposedly that spits out the same light as the 400 watt mercury vapor. But what the internet says. So we have, just like a 24 watt here. This is only 65 watts though. And then these, I bought these big LED strips off of Amazon, and they're on right now. These are 365 nanometer UV LED strips. It was 16 feet of them. So each of these is about 8 feet worth of LEDs. And the total is 60 watts from both of those. So we have a lot less power consumption here. And just run it on battery. So I can have a really quiet bug collecting setup out there, in the middle of nowhere, and I like to hear what's going on. So anyways, that's the new little battery powered setup. And these are pretty cool. I just took those strips, cut them in the middle, so it's about 8 feet, like I said, each, wrapped around. And this is just a little bit of a pool noodle in there that I wrapped them around. They're actually generating a decent amount of heat. I can feel them right now. It's a lot more than I thought. But they're super light, so you can just hang it off of whatever you use to hold your lights up. Pretty neat though. And then I did have to do a bit of electrical wiring and getting these together and everything. And you have to buy these little power box, basically like a ballast for those little LEDs. But you have to buy one for each of the little strips that you want to run. So that's the new setup right there, guys. We're going to run this for a little while, just check it out. Like I said, right now it's not worth it in Florida to do this yet, to blacklight at night, to get the stuff that I'm looking for. But we're just checking out the light setup. Obviously, I'll have some structure and the sheets and everything. Here's my sheets right there. Let them dry out a little bit. Extra sheets if I want to hang. So now we're going to have, the 400 watt setup, 400 or 500 watt gas powered setup with a battery powered setup over here with a supposedly a real similar lumens output and these little LED strips with a lot. So the similar output with way less power that I can run real quietly off this generator. And then to boot, after I run this for a little bit, just to make sure everything works, I got the EcoFlow solar panel right here, 160 watt solar panel. So I'm going to plug it in and charge my power bank up. So super cool. If I run out of gas or something, boom, I have backup. I have power way out in the middle of nowhere. So pretty neat. Well, when it gets a little warmer out in the year, we're going to try these out. All right, that's it for now. I'll try these as soon as it warms up, like the end of March, April. I'm going to take the new battery-powered setup and take it out to my buddy's house in Williston, and we're going to see if any Alice Myops fly in. But I'm going to compare it. I'm going to have it set up, and then on the other side of his house, the gas-powered, and see what happens. Run them in tandem. Pretty neat, right? All right, well, that's all we got for today. So pretty cool, y'all, and I'll get a new video here whenever we get the weather warms just a little bit longer. Just got to wait a little bit longer. I do have a trip going to the Keys already planned for May, so hopefully be bringing both power sources down there to do some cool keys collecting. All right, that's it, guys, for real now. All right, talk to you later. Bye.